Good morning, everyone. On this day, I'm about 105.65 kilograms, which is about 232, 233, so about 233. So that's how much I weigh today.
Hey everyone, I hope everyone is doing well. Currently gonna be leaving La Escuela. So pardon me as I turn my head around to make sure I don't bang into other cars. But today was first day of the week and it actually went pretty darn well. I was very happy with the amount of work I was able to get done with students. I was hoping to go over different things like expectations and procedures and routines and stuff like that in the class, and I got through all of that. And then there was stuff on the computer that I wanted to do as far as like a learning inventory that I wasn't able to get to with some of my students, so I decided to push that back for, I think I started with one group, and then the rest of them I'm just gonna wait till tomorrow because there's some like technology things I have to go through, and I didn't want to rush through it and be a little rushed with the time, because technology stuff, you always need to give it a couple more extra minutes just to make sure that everything works fine. And most of the times it does fine, but at least with the first time, you just want to make sure that it actually does. And I really should have just went through that yellow light, but alas, here we are at the red light. So I was able to get that done, which is real positive. I went through my schedule for the most part. I didn't take, I think it was like a couple like math times, because once I did the procedures once, I didn't want to get the same kids again to do procedures. Even if there was like one kid that didn't have it, I would just do it with that one new student instead of just repeating it for everyone, because it's very redundant for them, and I definitely can understand how it would be boring for them, because I had to say it about 4 or 5 times. But I think the beginning of the year now is better than how I started last year, as far as establishing routines and procedures and saying what I expect in different things, and not just assuming that stuff would happen, but kind of explicitly talking about those different things. So I'm very happy with kind of the plan I went through and the things I was able to touch upon. I think it was very beneficial to do, and I guess we'll see how it plays out for the rest of the year as things continue to progress onto another full school year. But I was very happy. I had a total brain fart there for a second. Tomorrow I want to get all the stuff done on the computer that I had planned, and as well as starting some academic stuff. Once that's all set up on the computer, that will make things a lot easier. We do a lot with our Chromebooks. There's little laptops they have with them, which are really awesome. So hopefully I'll be able to implement some of that tomorrow. And once I have the routines and stuff established fully, and the teachers and stuff have started their full schedules in their entirety, then things should start flowing in a nice little routine. Don't really envision having too much problems with my students, at least initially. I mean, there's always stuff that happens, but things should start nicely, and at least that's the hope. And there could be some bumps in the road, and inevitably there will be, but things will continue to hopefully move in the positive direction of me getting all my stuff completed. Another thing that I have to do this year is the Reza. I think I talked about it in a different video, but I have to do some videotaping stuff, so I have to get that all set up, and permissions and all of that fun stuff, and that'll be something that I'll be hammering away at this month and next month. Really, I mean, this month's almost over, but really September and a little bit in October, and then getting that all turned in, and getting the results back in May. I think it takes a while for that, so I'm excited to get that part done, because that will really be one of the most involved things I have to do outside of, obviously teaching itself, but outside of normal evaluations that I'll have to do, which will be really nice to have that done, because then I'll be able to start qualifying for a different sort of licensure, because right now I have a resident educator license, which lasts 4 years, because I believe you do your Reza stuff, which qualifies you to get the regular teacher's license. I forget what it's called, but it allows you to qualify for that, and you get 2 attempts to try to qualify for it. So that's why you do it in your 3rd year, and then you can do it again in your 4th year if you need to. Actually, new teachers, I was actually technically able to do it last year, but it was a rule change that happened in like the middle of the year, and my mentor kind of recommended just like, it's probably just better just to wait, because it would have been kind of difficult to go back and forth with it and kind of jump into it without having the preparation for that stuff. So I get that to look forward to. What I'll probably do is send home a welcome letter, or well, I am going to send home a welcome letter, and that's going to have the permissions for the videotaping stuff, because you had to videotape some of your lessons. So hopefully I'll get that done tomorrow. I have pretty much the welcome letter done. I just gotta get the permission slip into it and format it all and start working on that. But school today went really well, and I think that's about it that I want to talk about. I could probably talk about school stuff forever, but I'll just end that there. So I'm sitting at a red light, the perfect time to stop this clip and start the next one. So I'll talk to you all in just a sec. All right, so I'm back. I figured it'd be better for me to record 2 different clips if I'm changing topics too much. And on this topic, it kind of relates to education, but it's not directly. So I've been trying to do some reading and be consistent about it, just physical reading and not just listening to podcasts and stuff. So what I decided to try to do, and I actually was able to start this yesterday, which is why I wanted to talk about it, is reading an educational book, and have that educational book be potentially beneficial to me as a teacher, but it could just be one that's just about educational stuff. And it's kind of more technical. It's about a behavior program, or at least ways to teach self-regulation, which is a really useful skill for any student to have, not even students that have behavior, but just people in general, because it is a difficult skill for people to do a lot of the times, especially when you're frustrated and when you already have issues in that direction anyway. It can really be a beneficial thing to work on. So it's kind of a program or a philosophy, or I don't know. It's just a book about that topic. So I'm kind of reading through it and taking notes as I go, and not really treating it as something that I need to implement with any sort of urgency, but something I'm just trying to read for the informational benefits of it, and then see what I can take from it and what benefits I can get from the text of that. So I read a chapter from that yesterday. It wasn't very long, but I'm going to try to just read a little bit of it every day and take some notes and really try to absorb what's there, and not really worry about how quickly I read it or how fast I implement some of the stuff in it, but just to try to get the information and use that as my time to read, because I like reading informational stuff now. It's just, for me, I find fiction entertaining. Like, I'm reading a Sherlock Holmes book, but at the same time, it's hard for me to really motivate myself to read that when I'm tired and stuff, because I don't really, it's just for entertainment, and I get more entertainment out of listening to a podcast or watching a video, even if it's about an informational topic instead, because you have to be very actively engaged when you are reading. Plus, I'd rather journal if I had to choose between that and reading, but I'm trying to get better at that. And one of the ways I want to do that is kind of view the text that I'm reading to be potentially beneficial to my profession. So I definitely want to stay consistent with that, and as consistent as I can. I mean, when I have these weekdays, when I'm going from school to the gym to eating to home, I mean, it gets to be 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, and I just want to go to bed. Or I just want to do something that's really passive, and it's hard for me to really focus on stuff at that point. And I can't really blame myself, because I've done a full day of stuff, so I can't really be superhuman in that regard. And nor do I want to have sort of stimulant in the evening that would allow me to be alert to that, because then that would negatively impact my sleep. And sleep's quite important, and it's something that I can't really be fighting against or not taking very seriously, because it's a very important thing to have. So that's really about it that I want to talk about in this clip. Really just those 2 things, the school stuff, and then now in this clip, the reading stuff. There's probably more stuff I want to talk about, but frankly, the caffeine pill I took hasn't kicked in, so I'm a bit too tired to think about anything else, and about 10 minutes or for the gym, so I'm going to listen to some music and get into the good old mindset to do some weights. I got some squats and some presses and some pulls, I think, today, so it should be a fun workout. I'll be going heavier on squats and lighter on presses, I think, so fun stuff. But you will, because of the magic of editing, see all of the workout clips in just a second. I will see them in just a couple hours. Either way, talk to y'all later. Peace.
Free squat. I throw them out earlier again, not bad. Yep. Bro, that'd be 315. Yeah. What do you want? 310? So we're doing 310? I would like to go 315. So 5 1/4. Power. Check out your time with the squat. Let's go. What are you gonna do?
I got 3 sets of 8 stiff leg deadlifts.
What?
You got 3 sets of 8 stiff leg deadlifts.
I got 2 more sets, so you're fine. Uh-oh, wife's calling. Better hurry up. Come on, Jim.
Well, no, you're not. It's too much of a.
Huh?
It's too light of a weight to be using that low.
It's a stiff leg though. My tiny little muscle.
I'm going to need these. You guys are going to take them off.
You sumo stiff like it. I've actually never done sumo. You don't need, I don't need to go that far. Yeah, I usually don't think I. Bastard solo, bro. Bastard solo, bro. Two and a half has disappeared the last few days. I don't squat much either. I hit 245 too. I was very happy with myself. Yeah, I since I don't squat really anymore. Well, I squat on Fridays, but I just can't squat much anymore. I got 275 for 2 triples last Friday, and I'm happy with.
What? You sent it to me?
Did I?
How are you trying to keep for yourself?
Hey,
Let's see how this.
man, it's just bang bang.
Bang, bang. Bang, bang. Yeah, why is it so dark on your phone?
That's not real. I don't know if real.
You just call him that because you don't know he goes by that. Oh, he does? been talking to him for a while.
All the drugs that he does, he tries to take one time out of the scooter.
Yeah, that's what he said. On that road off Pippin, on the north side of 275. Runs off the Pippin, you know where the dog park is? Like, there's like a park right there at Pippin for 275. There's a road that goes back off there through the woods, and they were like, I don't think they were hill hopping, but the road. They went off into the trees. That was probably before your time. They were young. They were like 15, 16.
You're a liar. You don't like hanging out with anyone. Period. Yeah. Hanging out with you outside of the gym like that. And you'll find time. You're like, oh, I got
Hey everyone, hope everyone's doing well. I'm back from the gym now. Didn't want to record on the drive home because it was raining very, very hard. It's not raining at all now, but it was almost flooding on the highways. I made a very average shake. So this is whey protein, chocolate whey protein, milk, chocolate syrup, some creatine, and Greek yogurt because my Greek yogurt was going bad, which the Greek yogurt is actually pretty good by itself. It's vanilla Greek yogurt. So it didn't actually make this shake actually better. It's actually made it worse, but it's more protein in it, so it's not the worst thing to put in a shake. It's better in like fruit-based shakes, not really a chocolate-based one, especially when it's a vanilla flavor. So I'm kind of disappointed in that, but I'm going to drink the whole thing because I made it, and it's not bad enough to where I can't drink it, but I definitely should have not put the Greek yogurt in it, but just had the Greek yogurt by itself. If you ever need a quick snack that's really high in protein, you can have, you just put fruit in Greek yogurt, like berries and stuff, and it's really, really good, especially if you have vanilla. The regular Greek yogurt that's unflavored is absolutely disgusting, so I would never buy that. But vanilla Greek yogurt, it's pretty good. You know, it just has sugar in it, so it helps the taste quite a bit, and it has a lot of protein. Excuse me, has a lot of protein in it. But I wasn't particularly disappointed with my squats today. I was hoping to do at least a set of 5 at 405, and I think I probably could have physically done it, but it would have taken so much out of me that the other sets would have been less, and I just wouldn't be able to put as much effort into the rest of my workout. So for me, it was more beneficial to, like, when I felt like that grind on the third rep of when I did 405 and 385 and even 365 on the last rep, to me it wasn't worth it to push through to do more, because it would have been all back or mostly back, and it would have been more of a grind. And while I'm focused on doing strength in those exercises, I don't want to kill myself so much on those. Sorry about that. I had to go help Justin with something, but the squats went well, even though, you know, I couldn't do a set of 5 at 405, or at least I didn't want to. The push press to a power jerk to a jerk went really, really well. I was really happy with how the split jerk felt, and the presses and all of that. And then the pulls I was just kind of tired at that point, so they didn't go as well as I would have liked. I dropped the weight down a little bit just to make them move fast, since that is the focus for those type of pulls this week. The bar work is what it is, and abs, I was able to have a 45-pound plate on my back and have that for 1 minute and 5 seconds, and that was pretty hard for the plank. So I think as I do those more, you know, my abs will generally get stronger, but I'll be able to push that time up a little bit. And I don't know if I want to really push too much more than 1 minute, because it just ends up being taxing on my whole body. But it's a good exercise to do, and I'm kind of alternating from doing, you know, flexion extension movements with abs and like a stabilizing movement. And planks I really like, so I'll stay consistent with those and just keep hammering away at those. But I'm going to get some other stuff done today, so I'm going to sign off here. I'll talk to you all in the video probably tomorrow, but either way, talk to you all later. Peace.